Welcome back to the channel, I'm Adam, and in today's episode you can just forget about the Discovery because I've got a brand new Kgm to show you. Ollie's over here as well. What are we going to do today, Ollie?
Well, today we've got the Rexton. This is a mammoth beast. I'm going to take it on the UK roads and give you an honest road test. There's some features of the car I want to talk to you about that not many people touch on, and we're going to take it off-roading. If that sounds good, then keep on watching. Just to let you guys know, we release an episode every single Friday. Next week, we check out the brand new Dacia Duster. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the episode. The Kgm Rexton is charging ahead in 2025, pressing into new markets with export targets exceeding 7,000 units in Australia alone, building on last year's record global growth, which was 109,424 total global deliveries. The Kgm Rexton is a 7-seater powerhouse that offers the off-road capabilities that most SUVs miss out on. For example, all versions have four-wheel drive and enough power for a 3,500 kilograms towing capacity. Let's talk about the stats with the Rexton then. It's very streamlined. You only get the choice of one engine, a 2.2 litre diesel, 441 newton meters of torque, and 202 fire to start, or 199 brake horsepower if you like that. 10.6 seconds, 0 to 62. Not the quickest, but it has got a bit of low end grunt that's going to get you out of some tricky situations. First thing you notice when you jump in the Rexton is you are sitting so high up. You've got a great view down at the road, over the bonnet, good visibility, wing mirrors and the rear window at the back. You can see it is a big car, but I would say visibility is great. I'm on a bit of a B road now, going into a village. We're doing from like 30 to 40 miles per hour. And I would say with the suspension, this isn't the worst road, but you do feel it hit the front and then you feel it hit the back. So you do feel it's kind of on the firm side, and you do feel those potholes every now and again. And there you go. You can feel it. These aren't the biggest of potholes either. So again, it's on that ladder frame chassis, which are known to not be the most comfortable cars on the road. And this is what the Rexton's got. Now, on A roads and on the motorway earlier, it worked well and it was okay. But just every now and again, you forget. You get into that relaxive state and then you hit a pothole and you think, oh gosh, and it's a little bit jostly and it can be a bit crashy with the suspension. Another cool feature for those that love towing, and let's be honest, if you are buying this vehicle, you probably need to tow 3.5 tons because it can do that. It's got trailer sway control. So how that works is it's got sensors at the rear of the car that detects movement, if it's on the trailer or if it's going side to side or front and backwards. And then what it will do to correct that sway and movement of the trailer, it will apply a little bit of braking to each wheel to just correct that movement and make sure that when you're towing the trailer or whatever it is, that it's keeping it nice and straight and it's going to maximise that safety. Let's talk about the Rexton's boot space then. 872 litres of boot space with the third row down. You've got 240 litres of boot space if you have these third rows up, and the material does feel rather nice. And because this is the K50 trim level, you do get air conditioning in the third row. So if you come over here, you can see the air conditioning knob right there with your vents, and you've got a little tray as well. Is that enough for you? Let me know in the comments.
All right, so let's have a little look around the exterior of this Rexton because some of you might be decided. I'm really interested to see what Ollie's opinion is. Do you like the exterior?
The exterior. I tell you what I do love. These. This reminds me of watching...
What, you like those?
Yeah, I do. It reminds me of watching like a bad boy gangster film, American. You see these on Escalades.
Yeah, some sort of rap video chrome. Yeah. It needs some spinners, I think. That would make it even better.
Exactly, and new KGM logos. But they are... The thing is, this is an off-roading vehicle. It's an interesting choice. Yeah. This is the K50 trim, so these are 20 inches. On the other K30 and K40, you do get 18s. But this is
an interesting choice. I feel like it screams Korean, doesn't it?
Yeah. With this, I don't think you need to have these big frames anymore. I would have gone frameless with this. It just makes it stick out. It just looks a bit crude, a bit dated. So I'm not a big fan of this big single frame grille.
You don't like the grille?
No.
I mean, I feel like it looks quite aggressive. It looks quite mean. Yeah. And also these lights look quite mean as well. It looks like lots of eyes just staring at you. So you don't like those?
I like the back. The front's okay. The bumper is all right as well. I just think they could have a little bit more of a sculpting. I would have got That'll look better. Anyway, forget the frame. Come around the side.
We don't take design tips from you.
Look at these. Yeah, we do.
Look
Side
at
steps.
that.
They feel durable.
They do feel
good.
durable. They don't actually move that much, so I would say they're
That's
actually
good.
functional side steps, because we've seen someone like the Q7 and
Or
stuff
the
like that.
HS there. We were a bit worried.
They were a bit
flimsy.
wobbly, weren't they? But look at the side profile of this car. Look, stand next to it. It's huge. It's a big old car.
Whopper,
It's
innit? They've gone a little bit into town with some of the curves and the creasing. It's kind of
got
squatty
some
here.
interesting sculpting around here and around here.
Yeah.
So that is quite nice to see.
It's kind of smooth, isn't it? You've got a line that goes here, and then one that comes up here that creates kind of a belt line. But yeah, it's interesting.
It's just a massive
features.
car, isn't it?
It's just a big block. It looks like a big block of cheese.
It's a big
now,
car.
This is what I like. So 5th generation, this might open up because when
We
you
like this. So we've found out that if you wave your hands around the back of the car, the boot opens.
So basically, I think if you've got the key in your pocket and you walk up to it, even just walk up to it, maybe with bags, so it could be handy, it will literally open the boot.
But normally you struggle to get that function to work. So
Yeah,
that's quite good,
especially
I
if you have a
guess.
kicker. But what I was going to say was, I like these lights. In the 5th generation, which we are in now, I like the back of the car. This looks a little bit more modern. I love this intricate kind of design in here. These bars, they look good. And it's like dark chrome on the Rexton badge. Again, that's a cool little touch.
I'd say the back looks good. It's just a big old wagon, isn't it? I don't think you can get away from that. But yeah, is it suitable for this sort of market to the British people? Do you think you'll like it? You have to let us know what you think about it in the comments down below. If you're liking our content so far, we have got a buy a coffee link down in the description, so make sure you click that because it really helps us along our journey, doesn't it, Oliver? And he likes coffee.
And I really like coffee too. Help me stay caffeinated.
That's it. If you think we'll deserve it in this one or the next one, just go in the link.
Let's talk about good things then. Good things I like about the Rexton. I love the driver's display. It's really big and clear and crisp, and it's modern. And I'm a bit of a geek, and I love my nerdy tech. That is good. Infotainment, not so much. Not great. The 8-speed gearbox, smooth. I haven't had any problems with it. You cannot tell when they are making those gear changes, and even when you flip to the manual ones as well and make those changes, it's really smooth, and that's been another good thing. Another good thing, quiet, nice and quiet inside. The bad things, the price, it's a little bit expensive for what it is. You know, it's a very niche car, even for the K30, 42,495. Like I said about the lease deal, that wasn't great either. Another good thing is you do feel safe. This thing has 9 airbags and it does feel big and robust. So I would say, driving this car, you definitely feel you've got that safety with you on the road. Bad thing, it took me ages to pair my phone via Bluetooth. On the 3rd go, it eventually worked, but it shouldn't be that hard, and that was really frustrating. I had to forget both devices, start again, and I think it's supposed to be wireless CarPlay. That wasn't working, so maybe you have to put the wired connection to get it to work as well. But I just wanted to share that with you because it is a bit annoying when you just want to jump in the car and get your phone connected straight away to the car.
Right, let's talk about the interior of this Rexton because there's quite a bit to talk about. Let me turn you around to show you. You're greeted with this, like, infotainment that's a bit mediocre.
It's really dated.
It's a bit hard to see, to be honest, but it is fairly responsive. But there's not loads of options. You've got radio and maps, but you have to plug in to use the Apple CarPlay, so that's interesting. This dash is very flat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very vertical, and so this is the K50 trim, 3 trims, K30, K40, K50. The difference being you've got these Napa seats with suede inserts, and like Adam said, it's very vertical here. But you do have separate climate controls. They are haptic, so they make a little noise like this, but easy to turn on or off. I think very functional, and what I love, all trims, even the K30, have ventilated and heated seats and a heated steering wheel. That's handy.
That is handy. That's good to know. I mean, this wheel, it looks quite nice. I mean, let's just start with the materials because they are actually quite squidgy. They are actually, I mean, they feel...
They've got a bit of give, haven't they? And up here, it's good.
They feel fairly premium, and even with the suede and leather, it does feel quite nice and soft and squidgy. So there, I would say KGM has done very well. Down here, you've got quite an aggressive sort of robust gear selector. A little bit of storage here, which you've got this sort of heavy-duty cladding that looks quite robust, but I'm not too sure it is. 2 USBs there, which is good, and 2 cup holders. Yeah, I feel like this could scratch fairly easily over some wear, and for a 2025 model, is this modern
Well, yeah,
enough?
but you say that, but a lot of other brands just use piano black gloss, and I think this will scratch less than that. on the centre console. This gives it a little bit of an industrial vibe, this metallic finish.
It
and
does.
I think it goes well, and it goes well with these buttons and your drive modes, and you've got your four-wheel drive selector. There we go, management system there, which we'll try and do some off-roading later.
Interesting. Talk about the old cluster then.
Oh, this is the best thing about the car. This is really good. This is better than some other brands. So you've got a nice 12.3 inch cockpit here. You go into it. It's got a nice soft cowl above it. And this is really futuristic. This is probably my favourite look. I don't know if you can get that on camera. And then you press this button on the wheel to flick through them. You've got 3 different choices. And they look good. There's some depth to that. A little bit of 3D. It's crisp. It's clear. The only annoying thing is when you do choose your drive modes from down here, they come up really small. You've got Eco, Power and Winter. Look how small that is.
I can't even see that on here. But real buttons is
Bonus, yeah,
a bonus.
buttons.
And you've got some paddles here so you can rev the guts out your diesel engine.
Yeah, well, do you know what? They're actually really smooth. The gearbox, 8-speed gearbox, is actually really smooth. And we'll talk about what it's like driving on the normal UK roads.
Cool.
But yeah,
Sunroof
on this K50. You don't get it on the K40.
Right, let's check out the third row, those 7 seats. Let's see how much space you've got. Go on then.
Right, I've been in a lot of third row seats, so this will be very interesting. Now, the mechanism here is really good. So you lift this up, bam, you don't want to leave your baby or child there. That could get squished. Then, this bit here, you lift up, and then you slot it forwards. Now, that's really handy. One, if you want to go to IKEA and load loads of different furniture in the back, that's a good little place to get more storage. But 2, look at the width now I've got.
That's a wide opening.
I know, look at the width. Now there's some equipment here, so if I just move that, pull this one up. Boy,
You didn't even set this up.
Didn't even set it up, but look. All right, now this is actually some decent space back here. Now my head is actually touching the top, but again, I've got a couple of trays, no USBs or USB-Cs. I've got a 12 volt, so I could get an adapter there maybe. And I've got ventilation, aircon. I've got 3 different settings for my aircon. That's something you only get in the K50 trim. But I would say, do you know what? This is a better space than the VW Tyrone that I was in a couple of weeks back. And I think it's very usable space because let's be honest, 7-seaters normally, the back row isn't that great.
It is quite a big 7-seater.
Yeah.
Let me just, can we put this?
Yeah, go on.
God, this is actually really heavy. Watch your toes.
All right, more on my knees on this bit. There you go. Hey, this isn't too bad.
That's not fully back.
No, it's fine.
No, it's not fully.
Ah!
There we go.
Okay, okay, that's not as fine. Move it forward a little bit.
Move what forward?
I mean, let's be honest. It's better than most, but still big adults. You wouldn't want to be here too long. Let's talk about trim levels with the Rexton. Then you've got the K30, the K40 and the K50. The one that makes most sense to me is the K30. It's £42,495. It's a little bit annoying. It's above the luxury tax for the 40k. Immediately I'm thinking of the VW Tyrone, which was 41k for that diesel. But anyway, the K30 trim still has heated steering wheel, heated and ventilated seats. The main difference is it's got faux leather and you still got a camera, but the K40 goes up, you've got Napa leather seats, a 3D camera, and then the K50, which this one is, you've got a sunroof, and then as well as Napa leather seats, you've got those suede inserts. Now I've looked at lease deals, and KGM just don't come up well on good lease deals. For example, a K30 trim, the lowest trim, comes in at £450 per month, 5,000 miles per annum, I know, and £5,000 upfront as a payment, and that's a 4-year lease deal. I know for a fact, for about £350 a month, I could get a 10,000 miles a year VW Tyrone, because recently we were in that 7-seater. So for some, it's a very niche vehicle, isn't it? For £2,500 more, you're getting a car that you can get some other options at 40k. You know, the Skoda Kodiaq, that's at 38k. But you must care about off-roading. You must care about a 3.5 towing ton capability, because otherwise, why else are you looking at the Rexton? So that's the only way it makes sense. But KGM just basically don't really care anyway. They don't care if they make a load of sales. They want to be a low volume manufacturer so they can stay away from the ZEV mandate. The company that owns KGM, the KG Group, make a shed load of money in steel and chemicals. So they don't really need to make money on their KGM mobility side. This is a bit more of a pet project for them. I've got Adam with me in the back of this Rexton. I want to know about comfort levels while we're actually on a journey in the car. Adam, talk to me.
Okay, so let me talk to you about the back of this car, starting with the knee room. Let me show you that. We've got loads and loads of knee room. So we've got tons of it. Headroom, got plenty of headroom. So there's loads of space for passengers. There's definitely enough room for 3 passengers in the back here. But suspension-wise, let me just tell you that you can actually feel some of the lumps and bumps in the road, and it is sort of got that wobble that you do get in like some pickup trucks. So, you know, not the best in that sense, but it is okay. I'm going to say it's okay. In the middle, you've got 2 USBs down there, as well as a 12 volt. You've got a nice armrest with 2 cup holders here, which is pretty good. And you've also got blinds for the windows. So if you have little ones in the back, you can put the blind up and just make them a little bit more comfortable. So overall, loads of space, very practical, and a couple of toys in the back. Also, visibility wise, it is quite nice because you can see a nice view of the cockpit and out the windows very easily. The seats in front of you aren't too obtrusive, so that is a plus. Also, just to mention, you've got heated seats in the back, which is lovely to see, to keep your bum nice and warm.
I do really like these indicators. They're very industrial, big and chunky, and they work. And actually you can change the level of noise on your indicator and the warning sound too, which is interesting through your driver's display. But what I will say is, not a lot of people talk about this. In the 5th gen, they have upgraded the NVH, so noise, vibrations and harshness. They've quadrupled seals on the windows and the doors. They haven't got acoustic glass, which you thought they would. And they've used loads of sound absorbing properties throughout the cabin. And it is very nice and quiet, especially just tickling along in the towns and villages. It's a really, really quiet car. And the 2.2 litre engine isn't that loud at all. You only really hear it when you do a bit of a kick down. Maybe you're in the drive mode, you've got power, winter and eco. And when you do put your foot down, you hear the little bit of a roar of the diesel engine, but it isn't that loud at all. So the noise levels, I think normally they say decibel levels, for those that care, is around 44 decibels, just kind of sitting idling. Okay, it's time to do what the Rexton was built for, some off-roading. I've got some big mud ruts here. I've got the part-time management system in 4 low, just to see how it's going to work and operate. Now the ground clearance on this is 203 millimeters. So here we go. I'm just going to gently feather the accelerator and see what's very capable. Oh, I can feel it moving to the left. You can start feeling the weight of this car. A little bit more gas. Sound American, a bit more gas. And it's working. It's working really well. Yeah, I can feel those lumps and bumps from beneath me. And it is just powering through with ease. There you go, very capable off-roader. Now, because of the ground clearance is only 203, you know, I think the Discovery gets to like 287 in off-road mode. You might find yourself on some bits that are really deep, the ground clearance, you might be scraping the bottom of that. But something like this, still off-road, very capable. Now in 2025, KGM have brought out a Rexton van, which is exactly the same as this, but they've just ripped out the 2nd row and the 3rd row, and you've got 2,200 litres of space and 750 kilograms payload. Now to me that makes more sense on the commercial side, because you've got an off-road vehicle you can tow and benefit in kind. I think 20% taxpayers will pay £67 a month, and then if you're 40% taxpayer, you know, you're looking at, I think, £139 per month, something like that. So in a commercial sense, I can see it working in the Rexton van, but I don't know. I just need to know who's buying this car. I don't feel like I can connect with the people that are buying this, where they live. Are they off-roading a lot every day? Because it just seems a lot of money. And me and Adam were chatting a bit off camera, and we were just going through a town or a bit of a village, and we were just a bit shocked how much we were thrown about from the suspension. It was just like constant shuddering. Let's talk about what the Rexton is like along some B roads then, going a little bit quicker. Now, it's a big car. You do feel big on the road, and there is some body lean. Now, you've got 3 different modes. You've got Eco, Power, and Winter, which will help you maximize traction when the road is a little bit sludgy. But we're just going to put it into Power, and this is probably the mode that you'd put in when you're towing a trailer, when you're trying to get maximum power from the vehicle. And I would say the steering is really inconsistent. You've got it feels a bit loose and light at the start, then you go to turn it, it stiffens up, and then after that, it creates another different weight. It just doesn't give the driver that much confidence. And then when you go into a corner, you find yourself kind of constantly correcting because you're not really sure what the wheels are doing underneath. You can't really feel that grip. Brakes are good, I would say that. They're not grabby or snatchy at all. As soon as you get on them, it gives you confidence to slow that car down and bring this mass to a halt. So the brakes are smooth and they're not snatchy at all, which I like when you're in a bigger SUV. And then when you put your foot down, this is about as loud as the engine you'll get it. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad. You know it's there, you know it's working for you, but this is definitely not a car you want to be going too fast. I'm not even going fast around that bend. And the whole thing, you think, oh yeah, firmer suspension might be better on the body lean. No, it is wobbling and swaying all over the place. So you want to really, probably stick it in Eco now, out of the power mode, and just trying to relax as best as you can. This road isn't too bad, but I do feel like I'm feeling all the lumps and the bumps of the undulations. But the steering is just a bit weird. If you have a chance to get in one and just check it out, you'll know what I mean. It's not predictable at all. And there's like a shuddering effect when you're turning the wheel from low speeds, and it's like, what's that doing? It's like a bit of a shudder. Yeah, bit interesting. But there are some good bits. I know that probably wasn't the best what we've just said there, but there you go. That's an honest test along that B road, giving it some beans and seeing what the Rexton can do. Let's talk about MPG then. You're thinking, well, it's a 2.2 litre diesel. MPG's got to be good. No. KGM say you can get 33 MPG. I reset it at the start of our filming day today, and I am on 29.7 MPG. Other 7-seaters, they're looking at around 50 MPG. I'm thinking about the VW Tyrone, although that was a rear-wheel drive one. But 29.7 MPG, 33 MPG that KGM say, is that good for a diesel? Let me know if you are a Rexton owner what you have been getting in the MPG in the comments.
Okay, so that's been our episode on this Rexton, and what we can say is this is definitely one of the most practical cars we've actually had on the channel. I'm interested to see what Ollie's opinion is. Are you going to have one? What do you think?
I don't know if I'd have one. It's a very niche vehicle. It's someone who's going to do a lot of off-roading, someone that needs to tow the 3.5 tons. It's a very different one, isn't it? I'd love to know what you actually think about the Rexton in the comments. We spoke about some of the competition and the prices, but let me know what you think about the car. As always, if you like the episode, throw us a like, get a sub to Car Chat TV, and we will see you on the next one. If you've made it this far, thank you ever so much for watching. I've just popped up 2 more videos on your screen that you also may like. If you do watch one, let me know what you think.